So Trump was at Mar-a-Lago, and he did one of these press conferences, and he absolutely lost it on a reporter in a way that is kind of rare. But the thing is, it's happening a lot more recently, which leads you to believe maybe there is something very serious cognitively that's going on with him. Of course, the other day he had the quiet piggy moment, which is just fucking gross for a president of the United States to do that. I mean, just breaking out like the old 1940s style misogyny. That's wild, bro. You said quiet piggy to a grown-ass woman because you didn't like that she was correctly pushing you on the Epstein files because you're part of that elite fredophile billionaire cabal. Well, anyway, so now he's going to get pressed here on the final approval for asylum of the Afghan killer of the National Guardsmen. The final approval for that came under him. He's the one that actually granted the final asylum, right? And so he's going to get pushed on that, and he is going to crash the fuck out, dog. Watch this.
A question about this tragic shooting in Washington, D.C. U.S. officials say that the suspect worked very closely with the CIA in Afghanistan for years, that he was vetted, and the vetting came up clean.
He went cuckoo. I mean, he went nuts. And that happens, too. It happens too often with these people. You see them. But look, this is how they come in. This is how they're standing on top of each other. And that's an airplane. There was no vetting or anything. They came in unvetted. And we have a lot of others.
Okay, by the way, just off the bat here, that's not true. There's actually a lot of vetting that happens where there's this biometric screening, for example. But beyond that, when it comes to the people who literally, like, risked their lives to support the U.S. in the war, like, you don't really have a choice but to support them back, right? Like, oftentimes, you only get the support and the help because they promise, hey, if you support us and help us, then we'll get you out of here and you can come to the U.S. So, look, you got to call a spade, and it is what it is here. But like, under any system, dude would have been allowed to stay because he worked with the U.S. in Afghanistan. Now, the real scandal, by the way, is that he was part of a fucking CIA death squad from when he was like 14 years old. So if anything, the takeaway here is the CIA is fucking evil and we never should have been in Afghanistan in the first place. That's the takeaway. But wait, we're just getting warmed up. Listen to how much this goes off the rails.
In this country, we're going to get them out. But they go cuckoo. Something happens to them.
Your DOJ IG just reported this year that there was thorough vetting by DHS and by the FBI of these Afghans who were brought into the U.S. So why do you blame the Biden administration for what this man did?
Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person?
Bro, what? This has got to be a symptom of, like, the mini strokes or some shit, because, he has zero patience. Zero. Like, any sort of even minor pushback. All she's saying is, like, hey, your own people say that there was vetting here. And he just loses it. Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person, he says, which is fucking massively ironic because, of course, he's the fucking lowest IQ president probably ever that we've had in this country.
The U.S. So why do you blame the Biden administration for what this man did?
Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? Because they came on a plane along with thousands of other people that shouldn't be here.
Okay. You gave the final approval. You gave the final approval, dude. And also, the people who are here, again, these are people who helped the U.S. in Afghanistan. That, like, don't act like that. Oh, it's insane that we let him in. No, it would be insane if we didn't, actually.
And you're just asking questions because you're a stupid person.
Oh.
And there's a law passed that it's almost impossible not to get him out.
Since he's lost multiple steps, this doesn't come across as like, oh, Trump is like burning the fake news media now, bro. It just comes across as like gross, you know? Like there's no charm anymore for people. That's why his approval's at 36%. And it's probably going to go even lower as the economy collapses around us. But like, there was a time when if he were to say to somebody in the media, like, what are you, a stupid person? That would have been like, the right would have been, oh, bro. And there would have been like fucking memes about it. They would have had these like super cuts of videos of him saying it with like music in the background. And they put the fucking, the like digital sunglasses would come down on his face, bro. And it'd be like, bro, he owned her. And now you hear that and everybody around, like, look at this guy's face right here. Like, everybody around is just like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like, fucking, you're a mess.
There's a law passed that it's almost impossible not to get him out. You can't get him out once they come in. And they came in and they were unvetted, they were unchecked. There were many of them.
That's not true. They were vetted and checked.
And they came in on big planes, and it was disgraceful. And if you look, you'll see there was a law passed. It makes it almost impossible not to let them in, not to certify them, so to speak, once they come in. And they came in, and they shouldn't have come in. And frankly, the whole thing was a mess. The whole Afghanistan situation was a mess. It should have never taken place. If we're going to go out, and we would have gone out because I had everybody ready to go. We were going to go out with strength and dignity. And
he was also, by the way, just saying a month or two ago, he wants to reinvade Afghanistan.
Precision, and we would have left from Bagram, and we would have kept Bagram, by the way, because of its very close relationship to China and where they make their missiles. But when you let the people come in by the thousands and thousands and thousands, they made a terrible mistake. But they were incompetent, yeah.
So that was gross. The way he treated her is fucking absolutely disgusting. But the other point that has to be made on this, bro, is this is a fishy fucking story, dog. It really is. It really is. So Trump gives the final approval, and then this guy ends up shooting 2 National Guardsmen, 1 dead, 1 is in critical condition still, at least as of the recording of this, that I know of. What a weird story. He was trained as a child soldier from when he was 14 or 15 years old, part of a CIA death squad run by a pedophile drug warlord in Afghanistan. Killed innocent people there. That's what he did, right? And then he comes in this country and he's the one who kills these people. And then, by the way, what does Trump do? Doubles down. Says, now I'm going to send 500 more troops into D.C. Probably going to use this to further invade more blue cities. Lead to a bigger crackdown. Lead to, more martial law. Lead to more of a police state. A lot of people are looking at this going, I don't know, this doesn't seem like a coincidence. It seems like it's exactly what they wanted to happen. It seems like the right was fucking basically doing cartwheels and celebrating when this shit unfolded, because it gives him more of an excuse to get more of an iron grip on power, right? And then you look into the history, again, he worked, it's not like conspiratorial, it's correct to say he worked for the CIA. He was taking orders from the CIA. Well, look up MK Ultra. Look up that, right? Look up the other programs that they've done where they've, funded and armed all these fucking extremist right-wing militias, but jihadist militias too, by the way, them as well. But, isn't it kind of weird that this is the guy who ends up doing this and then Trump is taking advantage of it? So there's a lot of dots there that are just waiting for you to connect them. It doesn't even require being conspiratorial to go, that's kind of fishy. But anyway, here we are. And the president is crashing out and calling people stupid for asking the most logical, reasonable, rational, straightforward questions that one should ask in this scenario. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.